We're going to have a huge problem soon. Hytale has 32 wood types, and if you think as well that they can be crafted into a load of different things, eventually we're going to run out of room to store this wood. And I know the perfect place that we can build all-purpose bulk wood storage for all of the logs that we will find on our journey as we expand our world into zones 4 and maybe a bit more underground. So join me in today's episode as I will expand our house so that we've got a storage area for all of the different types of wood, and we won't have to worry about storage for a very long time. Also, it is a little bit cramped in our bedroom, so I think it is time that we looked at that and maybe just made it a little bit more cozy. Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Nythe's Hytale Tale. I am Nythe, and this is episode number 13. Back home, I think it's about time that we just, had a bit of a chill and sort of just, took our time a little bit just to see what we've got done and do all of that sort of stuff. Because we've had a couple of action-packed episodes recently, I figured it'd be time just, take a little bit of a step back and finish up some little bit of projects that we wanted to get done here. For example, we didn't actually finish this side of the wall, which is a bit of a shame. And I think it's about time that we did that. And I have a plan to get some sort of storage thing sorted out here at the same sort of level as this, and that means we're going to have to come in here and do just a wee bit of terraforming, but that will be all good, and then we'll be all set really to be able to properly sort out this farm area that we wanted to sort out a while ago. Okay, so I want to actually just see what other chests we can get. Small Quebec chests. A lot of these are really expensive. See, look at that. That's a diamond, that is. That's crazy. Okay. I think what we're just going to do is we're just going to go with our standard chests for now. And they will be fine. So let's just go and craft 10 of them. Now, there are 32 wood types in this game. I don't think I'm going to craft entire double chests for each and every single wood type. I think we're going to keep that relatively simple. We'll use some slate as the ground, but I just want to come in and replace and put this dirt down. And then we're also going to come in here and get rid of this. And then we can come in here with a little bit of a border, I think. There, like that. And a little bit there. Do I have my hammer on me? No, I don't. Why do I keep losing my hammer? Where did I put the hammer? That'll be the second hammer that I've lost. Why do I keep losing the hammer? I must have put it somewhere safe. Aha! Needs me hammer. I do. Definitely here. I think we can do with this here. And I think that we can actually just go ahead and put some of the slate here as well. Just okay. Yeah, if we just go with the slate all the way across, that should be good. But we do need actually that to be there. So in that case then, because I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing here, I think I'm going to want to do... That's going to look odd. That's very dark then. That's a bit... Well, we know that our chests are going to come out here. Just come in and do that. I think we can get away with this. We'll just plop that back as well. Okay. So that'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I come in here with our chests... That's a good amount. Wow, I've run out of chests already. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. Let me just go and quickly check and see how high we're going to need to be. Okay. So that's going to be about our limit then. I think we need to go down one. I have chests here again. Right. I need 2 more chests. Like that. Yeah. Just going to clear this out of the way. Maybe just come in with that. Oh. Never mind. Oh. That will look nice. there. And then what we need to do is we would like some of this wood, which I think was the ash. I could be wrong. Yes, it is. Right. I've just had a bit of a thought, and I think that I could get away with something like this. And that way we can bring in some of this shale there. And it kind of just gives this sort of drop down part here like that. And I think that's going to look quite nice. And then if we come in here, we can actually make this just a little bit more. Oh, but that's annoying. Right. Okay, we'll try that again. There. That's going to look good. And then, in fact, we can actually maybe do away with one of these like that. That is cooking. And then I think what I'm going to come and do is that as a support. And that as a support. That guy there. And that guy there. Yes. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting somewhere. Oh. Do with that being that guy, but then that needs to be not that guy, and that goes there. Okay, this is going to be good for our bulk storage, if I'm honest. Kind of what we needed. Hardwood slabs maybe. Let's see. Because that acts then as like a little shelter. But then what we also need to do is come along here. Now that we've done the storage area for all of our woods and wood related things, it is time to move on to the top part, and that is extending our bedroom so that we can basically have it less cramped. Using the vertical slabs to create the walls for the overhang where our bedroom will be going just over the storage area, this was the perfect material so that the walls weren't too thick. And I orientated these so that the surface that was facing on the inside wasn't on the surface where I wouldn't be able to put stuff right up against the wall once I wanted to furnish the building. So that would just give us a bit more room, and I don't think it will ruin the shape of the build that we've done either. So next up, it was time to work on the windows. I wanted a nice big window so that we could let in a lot of light, and we still had the window that was on one side and the other window that was on the other side, but I felt that we needed another window just in the center of that room just to sort of break the wall up and keep that going. I went again with the marbled windows that we used in the build previously because I just wanted to keep that cohesive, and I think it worked out really well. The only issue I ran into was trying to figure out how to get the window ledge and the window itself to look nice enough for the build. I don't know how this will work, but I suppose we could test it. Right, that's not going to go there. It might go here. No. Okay. But let's go in here instead. Let's put this here. No. How does that work? Huh. Let's see what this actually looks like on the floor. That goes like that, which is really weird. Oh, okay, I see how that is. So, if I want that like that, that actually does look quite nice on this side. I'm not going to lie, I like the trim. However, what does it look like? Oh, actually, I like that. That actually looks quite nice. It kind of gives the impression that it might be something that opens up, if I'm honest. Yes, I like that. I actually do like that. And then what I need to do is figure out the roof. And I'm not sure how this is going to work. Maybe this is actually going to work quite nicely. Well, do you know that thing that everybody seems to dread? I mean, obviously this is a very simple roof to do, but the roof actually went quite well, surprisingly. So, yeah, we could just pretty much fast forward this part. It just went well. No need to continue. No need to really talk much about that. Except that I did use the same materials that I used for the roof around the whole entire area, so that it was the same basically. Getting rid of that won't get rid of the roof bit that we've got going. No, that's good. So I'm not too sure on the way that that looks, but maybe we'll just have to live with that. Maybe we will just have to live with that. Not too keen on this being brick. That's an axe. Okay, yeah. And then it just gives that area a little bit of a shape. And then we've also got the storage underneath it as well, which is good. It just gives us the ability to, you know, when we've gone foraging, and we can just plonk it all in there so it's not in the way. Right, that's got 2 on that side, and that has got 1 on that side. Am I bothered by that? Am I bothered? I don't know. I think maybe actually I could get away with getting rid of that one. Like that. Yes. And that just ties in nicely, that does. Okay. Now we just don't, now we don't have a blank wall at least. But what do I need to do for here? Now with the shell completed, it was time to move on to the inside, which is something in another game I tend to neglect a little bit. So I really want to get focused and making sure that every time I create something in this game, I actually do something with the inside. And the fact that we've got the furniture bench and the builder's bench that gives us loads of different materials, and you can find materials across the entire world in certain structures and things, it's a great way to make sure that you actually do put stuff in, even if you do end up moving the bed 5 or 6 times. So we've got a bit of a, we've got our bedroom going now. Right, I've got that stuff in there, and I've got my armor and stuff there. I've got some chests with me, which is nice. I'm going to put that in there because otherwise it's going to cause me problems. So what I want to do, to be fair, is I want to store my armor, but I don't want these like sort of horrible chests. I would like to have something a little bit nicer, and I'm thinking that, come on, these might be nice. So we're going to go and put them there like that. Does that look weird? That there? I think that's going to look weird. So I'm going to put that there. And then I think what we can do is... Oh, actually, maybe... No. Like that. Because my idea is that I kind of want to keep at least one... Like, all of my sort of, like, first stages of the armor that I've had. And I think that doing that would look nice. So... And then I can go and put... By here... That there. Okay. Thorium stuff here. So we got our daggers. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to literally get the stuff that I've got, like the lowest HP if there's duplicates of them and stuff, and put them in here. Got our helmets. Well, actually it would go like this, wasn't it? That's it for that. And then, oh wait, our bows have got the same amount. Because what I'm thinking of doing is I'm just literally going to go and put these in the salvagers for that, like that. Oh, by the way, I did actually get these Doomed Outlander daggers, and I'm sort of like playing around with them at the moment, see what I think of them. So that's quite good. Right, we got some medium hide back, we got some thorium back, and we got pile of books, which is good. My other stuff is in here. This is my iron. That's actually a pickaxe that is broken, so the chances are that that was the first one. So do we want to no, we'll just keep it like that. We can't like figure out everything. So Cura, Greaves, there we go there. And was there something else? Did I see something else? Oh yeah, all the other iron stuff that we got stays as iron anyway because it's we keep that there, so that's fine. But then I've got to just go and throw these guys in here. What else did we have in here? We had thorium mace and thorium battle axe. I was practicing with them to see what they were like. And we've got some turret warrior pants. Did we leave the copper stuff back where we first started? Yes, our stuff is in here, which is nice. So we can go and grab that and head on back. Now that we're back, we can put this stuff into here. So that did have stone stuff, but I don't think I kept them at all. I don't think we need to keep the stone stuff. The stone stuff is fine, but certainly our more precious materials. Why did I put my copper armor on? Okay, never mind. There. So we've got our wonderful chest. Obviously, I don't think I got a bow in copper. It's weird. I'm sure I have got a bow. I think maybe that guy ended up being my bow. That's weird. I'm not sure why we don't have bow for copper. I can't remember if I made a bow for copper. I'm sure I would have done though, but I hope. Right, so let's go and take these down. After our slight armor searching detour, we went straight back into actually furnishing our area, and I wanted to investigate what materials we got from the furnisher's workbench and the builder's workbench in order to see how we could create something that would look really nice in this area. I'm actually going to put some like of the rarer stuff that I've found on my journeys, and I think that would look nice there. Hardwood gives us simple redwood lumberjack stuff, which I'm not really keen on that. What have we got here? Hardwood, softwood. Aha, let's try this one. This gives us the ancient stuff, which I think is just decrepit and old, which I don't really want. That's hardwood as well. I don't really have that much in the way of wood varieties, do I? Which is a bit... Ooh, wait a minute. Dry wood. Let's see what dry wood gives us. Golden wood. We've got redwood here. I don't think that actually does anything. Right, let's see what we get here. Again, crude. Dry wood gets us the sand swept stuff. Golden wood. Again, sand swept. It's the hardwood that we got there. So I think maybe we'll just have to go with a simple wooden wardrobe and maybe a couple of the chairs in there, maybe a stool as well. I mean, you don't even really get a desk, do you? So let's just go back in here and we can put, let's see how this looks here. Ooh. I think what we will need to do is we'll need to go on our journeys a little bit and just get some of the stuff that we want. Why won't you go there? Oh, you will go there. Okay. And then what I probably want to do, bring these guys down and just have these a little bit lower. And maybe a pile of books somewhere on the floor there. I think what I'm going to want to do is have something there, but I'm not too sure yet. We can have a planter by our bed. We can get some plants in. But actually, yeah, we're going to come along here and take this out, I think. We're going to have some of these. And put one there. Oh, no. Put one there and one there. Maybe two there like that. Did that stay? Oh. Okay. That's interesting. That's good to know. And I think then maybe what we can do is, since we've moved the bed, because I like the idea of this wardrobe being on this side of the wall. Have that guy there. There's going to be like bookshelves up there. This guy can move. And our bed can go here. Right, like that. And then our planter go that side. And we can actually make ourselves a... Well, that's a bit weird that it doesn't go right there. Never mind. That can go there then instead. Like that. And maybe the pile of books could come up there instead. And I think that if we wanted to have a stool in here, it can go like here maybe. And we can also have, what is this? This is a lost civilization counter. And we can have a counter there. Oh no, that won't go. That's the trouble with the bed. The bed hitboxes like come out quite a wee bit, so we won't be able to do that. But that should be good there. Or do I want... Do you always just sit on the same spot? Sit on the same orientation. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Right, I made this lantern accidentally. So we're going to go and put that in. And then I would like maybe some of these bookshelves go there. Yeah. That looks good. Little study desk. And then what else do we have? We've got this lamp that I think... Can these go... There. That just looks weird at this on there. I wonder actually, maybe this would be better off facing out this way. Yeah, that would. That does look better. I'm not really sure what else to put in here. I might put in this little chair in the corner. Like that. Have a little bit of a reading nook. But I think that is looking good. Can't do anything with that. Got a bit of light coming in through there. We've got a window. We've got a window. Very well lit in here. Let's put it that way. And there. So what I think we just need to do now is figure out where we put some of our clutterables. And I feel like I had more stuff, but I could be wrong. And yeah, you can't place that there. That's fine. You can place it on the chests. Let's just place that by there. And then we got some of these guys. As though we've been out on an adventure. Actually, I might put these books here. Like that. Yeah. The idea is that shelf wouldn't be used as much. And I can actually place this hanging, can't I? Yeah, so I'm going to put that hanging. But maybe we put that over the bed. Like that. And it's like a little wall light sort of thing. So I think we just finally need to get some plant life going. But that doesn't let me put it in there. Okay. Right. That's good to know. Does the water lily go in? Yes, it does. Does the storm thistle go in? Oh, wait. I was going to put the lost civilization lamp in, weren't I? Can I put these... Okay. Yeah. You can. That's fine. That is fine. I prefer that. I prefer that. So we're going to go and put that there. Come along here and just put in an extra supporting beam. The only issue is there, it's going to be blocking that window. So I think what we need to do here is put that, is not the one I wanted to put in. And put it right there. Like that. I think that will look good. Maybe up here we just come along and just frame that off there like that. Redwood beams as well. Let's craft a couple of these. And we can maybe put in, instead of that there, not going to let me do that there because we've got the bed there. Have like a beam just to show support and stuff. Yes, I think that looks nice. And maybe one can go there. That just looks weird like that. Yes, I think that looks nice there. Just adds a bit of room breakage. So there's something that could probably go here. Do I have anything? I did not put that lantern back. That can go there. So I suppose I could just put the lamp there. Just turn it off. We don't need to have it lit, do we? Let's give it a bit of stuff going on there. We are in a position now where we've got two plants on the different corners. I think maybe actually this guy. Silly question, but where did am I going blind, or can I not see the? It's not there, right? Where did that go? Did it go outside accidentally, like face through the wall? No. Well, that's a bummer. I'm gonna make another one and place it there. But I'm just going to double check and make sure that that definitely can't go there. Yeah, definitely can't go there. I do think though, actually, I might be able to place it on some dirt, but I don't want to place dirt there. And that does look kind of cute there. I'm not going to lie. Shame I can't place stuff underneath the desk. Do I want maybe... I know this bed has been moved about 5 dozen times now. I think maybe the bed will be better off there. And then that way it just gives us a little bit more room to maneuver. I think that looks good. And yes, I think that is pretty much done. I might come in and change some of the furniture. Like if I find more Lost Civilization stuff, because I do like that aesthetic. And I think it just pops out just a little bit more with regards to the wooden stuff. I think I will go in and change that. So that probably means I need to go back down into that mine and everything. But I'm liking it. And it would be nice if there was something I can maybe hang from here. In fact, actually, there is something I can hang. If I can remember where I put it. So I think that I can put... I can't put that there. Is that because of that? No. Why can't I put that there? Why aren't you letting me put this up? Aha! That just gives it a little bit of a thing. I might actually maybe see if put that there. Might go and see if I can just get the other banner. And can these go? No. That, oh no. Hello. Conflicting textures. But for the sake of trying, we'll just do it. No. Okay, never mind. We won't do that then. We won't do that idea. Go there. Oh, I don't like the way that does that. We'll see. We'll see how we think of that, I think. Unless I can get a door like this. Let's see if our blue shaley stuff gives us a nice looking single door. Craft one. Yeah, I'm still not keen on the way that looks when it opens up though. I'm not a fan of the clippage there, if I'm honest. Is that because it's there like that? I think it is, isn't it? I'd much rather this open inwards. So maybe... Do you know what I'm thinking? It's going to sound crazy, but I don't even really need... I don't even really need to... We'll see. I might just keep this open, to be fair, and... no, I think, unfortunately, it's just not going to work the way I want it to work. So, back to the ladder. This will be the last time that we put that down. Let's put it that way. Alright, let's sleep. I just went to go and just move some of the wood that I'd got. And look what I found. Tavern wardrobes. Apparently, I had some stuff in this chest, which I completely forgot about. And I think I'm just going to go and play around with what we've got here. I can't remember what wood makes these. We've got hardwood and dark. Oh, maybe it's the dark wood. Let's go test. Yes. Okay. So it is the dark wood that makes the tavern stuff, and I think I prefer that to that. Yes, I do, because that's an actual tavern bed, and I do think actually I quite like that chair there, but I do want to maybe replace this with that, and we got a tavern bench here. What can we do maybe with the tavern bench? Actually, that is a chair, not a bench. We can maybe put that there. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, I can just sit nicely now on my little thing. Look, I can look at my little feet dangling down at the bottom there. Oh my god, that's cute. That's definitely staying. Yep, that is staying. Okay, right. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you, that I've discovered that I did actually indeed have some stuff. I wonder actually, can this stuff be salvaged? That's a question that would be interesting to know. No, it can't be. Okay. But anyway, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go and put this stuff over here. And just keep this there. As I say, I'm just getting loads of materials right now just so that we've got stuff that we need. And then we can have that there like that. Okay. So I'm going to go and do that. Like, you know, just move all the stuff over and things. And we'll be right back once we've done that. Well, we have done quite a lot in this episode, haven't we? We have managed to come up here and sort out a little bit of a bedroom space for us here, crammed with books, and the bed is in the corner. We've got the chest here. We've also sorted out some of our armor as well, and yes, we have done a fair bit. And then we also discovered this lovely little bench here for our area, and we went and put up this little ladder here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here just yet. I might actually do some planters and stuff like that in here, just, you know, as a little bit of a fun growing place sort of thing, and just do something there. But we've got a little bit of space up there for some other bits and pieces. Maybe actually this might be our stone storage area, and we can do that in a future episode. But I vibed, okay, and I may have done a little bit more than I was expecting to do and forgot to hit the record button. So go easy on me. It happens, okay? Just go on easy on me. I'm a professional YouTuber, I promise. So I may have come out here and created this lovely little retaining wall for our sort of river edge area here, and it just goes along nicely there. I really like how this looks at night. That's why I'm kind of showing you now whilst it's night time, because otherwise we won't get a chance to really do that. But I just came along here really and just put in a bit of a retaining wall with the half slabs that go vertical against there, and then we're actually using here some of the roof stuff just to create these interesting shapes. And then finally I've come in with the shale here to create like a little pathway that goes all the way up around here, and it just loops around here, which I think ties in really nicely. And we've got this here, which leaves us with this area here. And I think in the next episode we're going to tackle this area, and this is going to become our little stables area. And also we got that chicken coop at the beginning of the episode, so we're going to go and play with the chickens as well. I think that this looks really nice, and I'm just going to go and sleep so that we can see what it looks like during the day. Now I am planning on building like a little bit of a wall here, and I'm not sure how that's going to work at the moment, but we will see. This might have to come back just a little bit. But we've got this lovely area here, and we've got it full of our wood that we've got on our travels, which is fantastic. We've got our sticks in here, tree sap in here, and then I've also been putting the plant fiber, which I actually don't think goes in there, and just mossy stuff and things like that. All the sort of stuff that we would use with regards to these things. And I think, yes, we are looking really quite nicely in here now. I'm just really happy with how this turned out. We've got a lovely little area to sort of sit down here and, you know, just chill out, and, you know, we've got a little feet moving there and all that sort of stuff, and I think that looks really quite nice. And we can get a little bit of a different perspective over on this side as well, just, you know, have my guy sat just there and that sort of stuff. So I think that we're looking really nice with regards to this. In fact, actually, let's go and see if we can just create a little bit of a screenshot there. And I think that with everything that we've done today, I think that that is the end of the episode. Basically, we've run out of time. Okay, we've ran out of time. So if you did enjoy this episode, you might actually enjoy the episode that's going to be coming up in the top left hand corner. So do click on that after this episode is finished, and you'll be directed to another one of my videos, which you should enjoy as well. Also, as always, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the whole building that we've been doing so far. I've been really enjoying the whole building experience in Hytale. Also, click that like button, and I tell you what, whilst you're there, you might as well just hit that sneaky subscribe button as well. We're very close to 150 subscribers, so please do go and click that, and that'll be greatly appreciated. So what I'll say is, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.